Hey, if you've been following the series, you know that we are on part 3 of the trademark series. And today I'm going to be talking about the 5-step process that you need to go through for registering your trademark. So let's hop into this, right? The trademark process is a long one. I'm gonna say that again, because for some reason there is a misconception around how long the trademark process actually takes. And it can take anywhere from 8 to 9 months up to a year. And that's just for it to be assigned to an examining attorney. They might need additional responses, which take it out even further. Now, the good news and most important thing to remember during this wait is that from the time of application, your mark is protected throughout this process of the application, right? I want to let you know that my name is Lauren A. Morgan. I am an international business attorney with over 8 years in protecting my clients and their intellectual property. So back to the trademark process, right? The very first step that we want to do with this is research, right? We want to research our brand and we want to make sure that it is available in 2 places. One is the USPTO database, right? The USPTO stands for the United States Patent and Trademark Office. So the USPTO database, because if it's not available there, it's no good to us, right? And also, we want to do a market research. Market research being Google, social media, domains, so on and so forth. And why is that important? Because once we get a trademark, we have to enforce our protections. We can actually lose our trademark if we lose the uniqueness that we originally had when we got the trademark. So if we get a trademark and it's oversaturated in the marketplace, it's going to cost us a lot of money to go shut all that down. And we have to do that so we can retain the uniqueness of our brand. Or secondly, what's going to happen is it can cost us a lot of money because somebody's infringing and diluting what our brand actually stands for and represents, right? So there's a balance here. We need to make sure that we strike it and that we stay on par and on course for protecting and enforcing our trademark, right? So research undoubtedly, you guys, this is so important. Undoubtedly is the most important part of this process. You got to make sure that you do the research, right? And so from the research, we need to gather information, right? We're on to step 2. Step 2 is our gathering information stage. The application can be a little tedious in what they're asking for, especially if you are not familiar with the application and you don't know what they're asking for. Your application will immediately get sent back because they're like, you need to submit a different specimen, a different this. You're like, a specimen? What is that? So gathering information up front about your brand will equip you to have a smooth application process, right? When we gather information, we want to know, when is the first date that you use this mark in commerce if you're doing a 1A application? A 1A application means that it is an in-commerce application. You are applying for currently using your mark. The other type of commonly used application is a 1B, which means you intend to use your mark in commerce. You are not currently selling it yet. You plan to, but you want to protect it in case. Those are the 2 most popular applications. There are many, many more applications. We are not going to cover those in this video. However, you need to gather your information to see which application you qualify for, because submitting the wrong application will cost you money. You do not get these federal filing fees back, y'all. They run it and we not giving it back. You hear me? So you want to be diligent in preparing for the process so that you have everything you need to guarantee a successful process. So we're gathering our information. We're gathering our pictures to show proof of commerce. We're gathering our specimens to show the use and how people are selling it, right? So both of these are very useful. I'm gonna stop right here because this is the most common mistake I see for people who have clothing and apparel out there. Submitting a picture of your t-shirt with your company name on there, and that's what you are trying to register, or a cup or a pen, that is not going to fly as proof of your brand, right? A brand for a clothing company needs to be on the inside label. Your label needs to show the name of your company on there, right? Not the t-shirt on the outside. That's actually a copyright. So that is, in all of my years of doing this, the most common thing I see people talk about or people come to me with their clothing brand. And I say, I need proof of your mark that you want to submit. They send me over a t-shirt or a mug and I'm like, no, this isn't going to work, right? So With that being said, let's hop back into the gathering information stage because we want to make sure that we have everything we need for this process. Now, once we get those two down, the rest of it is going to go pretty smoothly, right? So the third part of the application is the actual application. You're going to go through and take all this information we've gathered and you're going to plug it into the application. Pretty smooth. It's going to ask you questions and you're going to fill that in. The fourth part of the application is actually we're going to wait a long time, right? Then it's going to get assigned to an examining attorney. This is now a possible process that may come up. When you submit the application, if the examining attorney needs more information or they need you to clarify something, they're going to send you an office action. So the fourth part about the process is responding to office actions. You must be on time with responding. It will cost you more money. Once we get the responses submitted and we get approval, the fourth, we're on 4, y'all? Oh, we on 5. We are on 5. The fifth stage is going to be an opposition stage. This is where your mark has been approved by the trademark examining attorney, but you have to wait 30 days while all current trademark registered owners are notified about your mark and given a time to oppose it if they think it's going to conflict with their brand. After such, you will be issued and publicized in the Gazette where your trademark is officially announced as being approved. From there, you will get your registration process, and congratulations, your trademark has been approved. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this 3-part trademark series. If you like this video and you want to see more series, make sure you comment details below in the box is a way that you can get in touch with me. Make sure you subscribe for more and similar videos to come later down the line.